can be broadly applied. The challenge is getting it to those particular genes that cause disease. So we started in the liver, which is an area where there are many problems with disease-causing genes, and we've shown that we can reach that very, very successfully. There's other tissues after that we're pursuing, especially the bone marrow, where a long list of blood-borne type diseases can be addressed. And then after that, there's a lot of work going after defective genes in other tissues.
Can you target some of the most common diseases and causes of death? Heart disease, diabetes, cancer?
Some of those diseases are monogenic, meaning they're caused by one particular gene. And I would say where we are right now, this sort of approach will be very, very successful if we can reach them in the respective tissues. Other conditions that are polygenic, that have many different factors that relate to that, are going to be more difficult to tackle.
What are the dangers of this approach, John? I mean, gene editing sounds fabulous when it works. Is it particularly bad if it doesn't work? Are the side effects much worse than regular treatments?
Well, I think one of the real breakthroughs here is we've been able to demonstrate incredible specificity, which means we can target that one gene that causes the problem and inactivate it. So in many respects, I think people are excited that we've de-risked a lot of the questions that have initially applied to the field. So generally speaking, I think there's a lot of enthusiasm that this will be able to be applied safely.
It's very exciting, John, and you can see it in the stock price, and just reading about this kind of development could be a revolution, but it's just phase one. So basic proof of principle, of concept. How long will it take, and what are the next steps to get it to market and actually get it into use, to put it to use?
Yeah, no, I think it's an important point, and I appreciate that you noted that. I mean, these are phase one results. That's the initial use in humans. These approaches are subjected to the standard sorts of clinical trials that any drug or gene therapy would be studied under. And so we're in the earlier stages of that. Over the next very few years, we would expect this would be subjected to those standard sorts of tests. But our hope is that this will be available to patients very, very soon. And what we learned from this initial trial will be principles that we can apply to a whole raft of other indications.
On that point, and to Sarah's earlier question, I had read that inherited heart conditions could be a very clear target for this. Is that right?
It depends on the particular condition. I think people are very interested in pursuing certain risk factors that affect lipid metabolism.